Okay, class, let's look at these numbers. I start by my bi-weekly income of $12.35. I get paid W-2 like pretty much everybody else. Then my expenses are super low, living at home, and I'm able to funnel $65 through my credit card. $266 are in my depreciation savings account, so asset accounts to counteract the depreciation of my assets. And then I have $427 that is going to my life insurance premium, giving me a total of $760 ish of expenses. And then that I'm paying bi-weekly, so I get the $500 cash flow. And for debts, I am basically debt-free, having $800 at a 0% offer for a credit card and $100 on my cashback card that is just paying off the balance every month. So let's go look more at my credit cards and other credit accounts. So my cashback card, I have the $100 on there in 2.7K limit. And then my local credit union, I have $800 there with a $1,000 limit, and that is 0% till I think November, so I'm going to pay it off in October. And then I have a store credit card, and that has $1,000 limit. And my credit union, I have my personal line of credit, which only has $1,000, which is low and I need more, and that is at 12.4% APR. And then my cash value for my life insurance is my other line of credit basically, and that is 8.8K in cash value, which I can borrow at a 5% rate, which is really nice, and we'll be expanding that later on. So that is the 5.7K reports to my credit cards. So I have the 900, 5.7K, and then that gives me a balance of 900 divided by 5.7 is going to be about 15%. And then my credit scores for that are 729, I believe this week is what my TransUnion score is. So my history is 1 year, 7 months. And then this one is 11. No. This one is 11. This one is 6 months now. Then 6 months for this. And then this one is basically 1 month old. I got that policy last month, and it's been really good for me. So that wraps up my credit. So now we need to look at my other numbers. The assets and liabilities. So start off with your bank demand deposits. So these $600 is basically my cash on hand. And then these CDs are all no penalty, and they're earning, I have about 8 of them, I think, and then they earn 2.1, no, 0.01% 12% when I combine them all together, basically. And then for my investment savings, or, that might have been 2.1. I'm not sure. I calculated it at some point. It's around 2. It's over 2% though for my CDs. And then this is gold and investment grade corporate floating rate notes, which are at 2.6%. And there's my cash value. So this is basically my liquid cash, is this 14.7. It's where I have liquid, which matches up well against my liabilities, which I have like my credit cards that I need to pay off, other rent bills, stuff like that. Then that's for my longer term stuff and other depreciated assets. And then my long term is mostly for my car depreciation and my reserve accounts for like emergency fund, basically. And then down here we got metals, which is very important. Gotta have precious metals in your life. Yeah. Silver coins, very important to have precious metals. Some of this is stored at my house, and some is stored in brokerage, or not brokerage, but with a bullion bank, basically. And then they store it at like places like Brinks and Loomis and stuff, and the Canadian Mint. And then, so that's about $6,000 of precious metals. And then I have taxable investments, which are in brokerage accounts, basically. So stock investments, and my IRA, which is a Roth IRA that I've been building the last 2 years. I max funded it, and this year I put a little bit in, but then I started going hard on the life insurance, so that took up a lot of money. And then I'll fund this by the end of the year. I'll put at least 2,000, but up to 6,000 like anyone else can. So that's a good asset to have. So that covers all of that, basically. And then now we have the next moves, which is what I want the community help on. Is I have my IBC policy. I'm already paying 11.1K on. So just over $11,000, but looking at how you want to run IBC policies, you pretty much want almost your entire income running through them. So I figured that a few ways that I could expand it is, first, just basically looking at my current assets, liquidating these assets, basically, plus some of my cash value to expand, because I didn't buy enough life insurance the first time. And then the second option is save for a few more months or leverage more cash and get a big one at 13K. Or, this is the one that I'm leaning towards, is wait. What is that? I'm pretty sure it's like 3 to 3.5 months to build this up to 20K, and then I can put the rest of my income minus my expenses. So minus basically my credit card expenses minus my rent expenses, and then put the depreciation through the policy and then loan that out. And that way build something big, which I am leaning towards. Or I can start chunking and building assets in more of my brokerage accounts. So build this up and then take like a margin loan or something against that to build the policy. So this is something like do a VNQ type of deal. I would have to get probably a lower interest rate loan on my cash value by getting like a secured line of credit against it is what I'm trying to go for. If is the US option, but that's still pretty expensive. So I'm also looking at the international, like VNQI might be a possible one, or there's some other REITs that are earning like 8+% that I've been looking at. And if I was kind of going off my numbers that I was running over here again, that would be taking about a 2.4 to 2.7K chunk, illustrating the 2.7 minus or plus the 1.2 income minus expenses gets that. And I would plan this where I'm not going to tap into my depreciation, so I can basically use this cash value or this cash as cash flow and then get it paid off and have the second week already be able to chunk again. So yeah.